All I see when I look at my notes is hang Bates. Can we talk about Bates? I hate him. I had a revelation about Bates recently though, which is that there wasn't so much a revelation, but cast your mind back to series 1 and the episode where Sweet Thomas asked Daisy out. It was the fair episode, to needle William, basically, to wind William up. Dick move, but is it evil or is it just petty? I think it's just petty, really. And Bates, because he, you know, is like this noble white knight protecting William's honor or whatever, physically threw Thomas up against the wall and physically threatened him. And I just wanted to, I mean, and the show presented this as extremely honourable and something that we should value in Bates. But I just want to ask, what's the qualitative difference between that and Richard Carlisle throwing Mary up against the wall and threatening her? There isn't one, is there? No, they're both pretty terrible behaviours. They're both violent bullying behaviours and indicative of someone with a short fuse. And not to forget that he raised his fist to his wife, probably not for the first time. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd beaten her black and blue a few times. And then in this episode we get him again threatening someone with violence, unprovoked except verbally, and then tacitly admitting, or tacitly acknowledging, or at least trading on the idea that he is a murderer. And I believe it. I believe that he is a murderer. He may not have killed his wife, although he probably did. But I wouldn't be surprised if he killed someone. And it's so weird to me that the show, I don't know if I was supposed to consider that behaviour on Bates' part sinister or not, but I was definitely supposed to be rooting for him and Anna to like fuck or something. So it's really, I just hope he gets shanked, really. I hope he dies in a prison riot, or I hope he pulls a Shawshank and then as he's crawling out of the sewer just drowns. Edith and Stralin don't understand why this is an arc, and all of the drama within it is so unbelievably manufactured that it makes me want to die. Because does anybody else remember how their relationship got established? Because Robert and Cora were trying to marry Mary off to anybody will do, and then, you know, Cora was just overwhelmed with delight at the prospect of Edith marrying Anthony Stralin, who is quite well to do and does have a title, and you know, it's not a particularly raw deal for her, and she does apparently like him. So I don't really understand what their objection to her marrying him is at this point, especially given that the only alternative is what, for her to just be a spinster for the rest of her life. And in context of the fact of, you know, of the Crawleys' financial problems, seems almost cruel of them to prevent Edith from escaping spinsterhood in a much downsized state. I don't get it. So yeah, it's totally ridiculous. Also, Thomas remains interesting to me, given, I mean, it just is stunning to me that Thomas is actually one of the less evil characters on the show when you think about it. Because what's the most evil thing Thomas has done? I don't know, like he spread some nasty rumours about Mary and fucked up Matthew's waistcoat, prevented Alfred from becoming a valet or valet straight away or whatever. Oh god. Versus Bates, who is an actual fact murderer, or at least an extremely violent man. Robert, who I don't know, cheated on his wife while she was on her deathbed. Matthew, who emotionally cheated on his fiancée for months and months and months. Clarkson, who is an angel of death. Edith. And then you get Thomas, who is basically just really petty, and I don't know, he is a bit of a little shit, but I find him very entertaining. And it just is astounding to me that the show, I don't know, it has him like the designated evil character. And I almost feel like we're supposed to be rooting for O'Brien in this war between Thomas and O'Brien. And it's like, I don't know, does anybody else remember that time when O'Brien put a piece of soap out for Cora to slip on while pregnant? Or is that just me? Because I'm kind of pro Thomas at this point, especially because I don't care about Alfred. I don't really understand why I'm supposed to care about Alfred. Oh, also, final point, I think, because every time, I mean, one of these bullet points is literally, why are people ... already forgotten? So these notes are not especially thorough. But final point, I think, is that I don't really understand why the show presented the way in which Mary and Violet were trying to get money out of Martha as the height of evil, when all they really did was were very straightforward about their intentions, and tried to demonstrate to her why they thought it was a worthwhile cultural investment. And yet the show presented that as them, quote, fleecing her, as if they presented her with a check made out to the tune of £3 million, or like, sign this to help kids with cancer. That's not what happened. So yeah, that was extremely strange. I guess trying to get money at all is just evil. But having it fall into your lap by happenstance, that's fine. Or inheriting it due to extremely corrupt aristocratic / social / patriarchal / etc. system, also fine. So yeah, there's nothing else really. So I guess I'm gonna sign off. I can't remember if I already said that. I'm not sure whether I'll write a review of this. We'll see. Might get around to it. I hope this was a nice break from my written rant. It is a little bit of a verbal rant. I'm not sure how much sense it makes, but I'll post it up anyway.